to Antarctica. My name is Luciano. I'm the expedition leader for this Antarctic voyage. We have a wonderful expedition team on board SeaBourn Quest, and myself and everyone in that team get really excited when we can share our passion of Antarctica with our dear guests. Welcome on board.
Hey everybody, my name's Anton. I'm one of the seabird biologists with the expedition team. Welcome to SeaBourn Cove in Antarctica. It's our first day of operations and we couldn't ask for a better day to start. It's relatively warm by Antarctic standards, no wind, and we're in a stunning little spot. SeaBourn Cove is home to a base called Primavera, an Argentinian station which means spring in Spanish and is referenced to the relatively benign conditions, especially on the north-facing slopes where there's lots of vegetation, again by Antarctic standards, lichens, mosses and even some grasses. And not only do we have interesting plant life here, we've got chinstrap penguins breeding on an island behind us, we've got Antarctic terns flying around, skuas, giant petrels and storm petrels. So a stunning part of Antarctica and a great place to start our journey. And places like this are just incredible to visit, and I personally feel very privileged to be able to spend time here. It's a place like no other in the world. It's hard to describe. It is ethereal, otherworldly, it's got wildlife, it's got incredible ice, it's got history, and it's just an inspiring place to be. You look all around you and you're just enthralled by all aspects of the environment that you're experiencing and seeing. So really looking forward to an amazing trip, and what a way to start it.
name is Juliana. I'm part of the expedition team on board the SeaBourn Quest, and today we are visiting Waterboat. So this is a very special place because we have a little bit of everything. We have a colony of gentoo penguins. Right now they are building their nest. We have some eggs already at the beginning of the season. We actually have a leucistic penguin. That's a condition where the penguin has less melanin. The officers here call him Peppo. And then we have a historic site. This is the place where two men overwintered in an old whaling boat for 1 year and 1 day. And of course we have the Chilean base. They specialize mostly in search and rescue missions, and they are very hospitable. They have received us very well today. The weather is perfect, the sun is shining, and we're having a really good time here today.
Hi, I'm Sean Todd. I'm one of the expedition members here aboard the SeaBourn Quest, and my specialty is whale research. So here I am in Mikkelsen Harbour, sitting on a blue whale skull. How many people can say they've sat on the skull of a blue whale? Where does this come from? Well, it comes as an artifact of the whaling industry that was here in Mikkelsen Harbour. We know that this whale was huge. Blue whales are the largest species to ever have lived on this planet, and this was a big one, probably something in the realm of 90 to 100 feet, judging on the proportions that we see in the skull. course, most of the skull is now destroyed, but still we've got enough evidence to know that this is a very large whale and therefore also a very old whale.
Hi, I'm Joe Cockram. I'm one of the ornithologists on the expedition team. We're here today on the fast ice of the Weddell Sea next to Coburn Island, a place that not many people get to go at all. The conditions have just worked out well for us today. As well as this amazing, unique experience of walking on the fast ice itself, the frozen sea, the other great attraction here is these Adelie penguins that we're seeing. These are fascinating, comical little creatures and really interesting as well. They're one of only two truly Antarctic penguin species, them and the emperors. So they're the only two that only nest here in Antarctica and not also on the other sub-Antarctic islands like some of the other species do, like the gentoos and the chinstraps that we've been seeing. I think as well as being a fascinating creature, they're also incredibly comical little guys, the way they run around. They're very curious, they're running up to us with their arms open, and that white eye-ring really gives them a fascinating sort of comical expression. We love watching them. I think they've shot right to the top of everyone's list of their favourite penguin species. They certainly have done for me. I could watch these little guys all day. The most exciting thing about being in Antarctica for me is seeing such a huge area totally untouched by man. Everywhere we look, it's just totally natural. Ice and rock and birds and whales everywhere, and just such an open, exposed and wild place. There's nowhere else like this on the world. It's a true privilege to be here.
This is Robert Eaglestaff, and we're here in Yankee Harbour in the Shetland Islands, and we are here to kayak. We've done a couple of trips already, and all the guests have had this wonderful sense of wonder that out kayaking real close to nature. And the thing about happiness, you can define it by saying that you're happy when you wouldn't want to be anywhere else doing anything else. And that's one of the feelings you get with kayaking, that you just feel complete and free. On the voyages we make, it's probably the one opportunity you really get to slip the leash and paddle out on the water real close to all the seals, and penguins come over and say hello, the birds swoop low, you bump into the ice and you admire the magnificent glaciers, mountains, and feel the wind and the weather on your face. And it just feels good, and you don't want to be anywhere else.
Well, good morning. This is Trevor Potts, and here we are in such a stunning location and an absolutely amazing end to our Antarctic cruise. We have Point Wild here, where Shackleton's men were marooned for 4 months in 1916 after the Endurance sank in the Weddell Sea. This is where Shackleton set off in the James Caird for probably the most famous rescue mission in Antarctic history, when he sailed that tiny little lifeboat up to South Georgia, 800 miles in an almost open boat to get rescue for the 22 men left behind. This place is so special to myself and Rob, of course, one of the kayak guides on the trip, because this is where we set off from in 1993 to recreate that amazing boat journey. We had a replica built, dropped off here on Elephant Island, and sailed it with no escort up to South Georgia about 25 years ago. So this is an amazing place and very, very special to myself. So this has been one amazing voyage on the SeaBourn Quest. We landed on sea ice in the Weddell Sea a couple of days ago. We've seen a variety of penguins on our journey, and here we are early in the morning, just squeezing in that last Zodiac cruise off Point Wild. Absolutely stunning cruise, and we hope you all take back very, very great memories of this Antarctic adventure.
Hi, I'm Captain Alex, and we are now on the bridge of SeaBourn Quest, where we have all the equipment, and more importantly, we have qualified and competent people to navigate in challenging waters of Antarctica. I really hope that you enjoy the days you spent here with us in South America and Antarctica, and it would be great to see you coming back again and to sail with us on board the Quest, because the Quest is best. Thank you.